Baseball related, this is great. Good question. Better World Series champion, the Minnesota Twins of 91 or the LA Dodgers of 81? Now, let me quantify this. That Dodger team won in a strike shortened season. It was 2 months off. I remember it like yesterday. Fernando Mania was everything in LA. His pitching, he was Cy Young Award winner and Rookie of the Year. He was balling. It's a trip out thing, too, because they beat the Houston Astros in the first round that year. And I think Nolan Ryan probably pitched his best season ever. He was 14-3, but Fernando was so unstoppable. He was the Shohei Ohtani of his time, and he looked like he was going to be a Babe Ruth of his time, hitting and pitching. I mean, he was something else to be back there during that time. Now, past year, the Yankees Dodgers met in the World Series. It was anticlimactic. It was the first time since that one in 81. That one in 81 carried weight because the Yankees had beat them back-to-back 77, 78. You know about what Reggie Jackson did. You come back in 81, but then you bring Dave Winfield. But the results were different. The Dodgers won. Ron Cey, Pedro Guerrero, and Steve Yeager all were co-MVPs. First time a three-headed because he hit home runs in deciding. You could have made a case for Fernando Valenzuela. Could have. Tom Lasorda restored. And the 80s were good to the Dodgers. Not so much for the Yankees. But it was good for the if you were a Dodgers fan. Of course, 88, that was a whole nother story. But this we're sticking to 81. But what a time, Vince Scully and all that. What a time for the Dodgers to, And the Dodgers, if you're a conspiracy theorist, you'll probably think that, they always benefit from a strike shortened season or something. Because they did win in 2000, So, just saying, just these things. But anyway, let's get to this point though. The Minnesota Twins. Jack Morris was the MVP of that. 2-0, 1.17 ERA. Kirby Puckett played out his mind. Who can forget that catch and leap over he got up off of that, saved him. That was actually a classic World Series. They beat Atlanta, who was arguably the team of the 90s. If you go by many trips to the World Series, you had to go through Atlanta to beat them. The Yankees won more. You can make a case for Atlanta. Atlanta was pretty special in the 90s. And actually, when I think about Atlanta in the 90s and then the Yankees, like who was the hardest one to beat when you think about those two series? It's compelling. Very compelling. But the question is, which team was more impressive out of the Dodgers of 81 or Minnesota of 91? Which team do I think? And if they had a met, who do I think was the better team? I think that Dodger team had more talent, but that Twins team